logs, beating stick. Big logs, bigger than I would normally beat, guys. And why would Whelly have a couple of big logs and a beating stick in the forest? Well, I got a knife, right? I actually have more than one knife, but I have a knife with me that is a classic, right? A classic survival knife. Now, I have never used one before. I have seen them, but I've never used one. So I'm just going to have a little, I'm just going to show you what it is, guys. And then we'll put it through its paces and see how it gets on. Ever seen one of these bad boys before? Well, if you can read, and I'm assuming you can, apologies if you can't, you know what this video is about. Okay, so this is, come out of there. Check that out, guys. That is the BK2. This is a monster of a knife. It is 6mm thick, guys. 6mm thick. Look at that. You see that? Guys, for reference, I have a folding knife here. Focus. Guys, an animal. I am going to destroy stuff with this knife. Stay tuned. Big thanks to Steve who landed down at Red Branch a couple of weeks ago and went, there is a bag of KABARs, go and have fun. Right, I would say that I could probably batten through this with it. Sorry, you can't even see that. Whelly, what are you doing? You just, okay, look, I could say I could probably batten through that with it. It is a bloody beast, an absolute beast. Okay, suppose we've got to talk about it first before I destroy stuff with it. Right. Okay, there we have it. The BK2 by KABAR, designed by Ethan Becker, retails of £125. It's not a cheap knife. It's 1095 Crovan carbon steel. It's 6.6mm thick, 13.2cm blade, 27cm total, and it weighs 422 grams, guys. And it is a drop point style knife that is coated, right? Comes with a sheath, plastic, molded, that has a little floppy bit. Check it out. Okay. Right, so the usual tests. I know people complain about them, guys, but the usual tests. I do the same test with all the knives that I get here in Red Branch. And the light is okay. Sorry, light's a bit funny. That's a bit better. Guys, the same tests that I do with all knives here at Red Branch. And basically, I'm going to split some wood with it, and then I'm going to try and do some feather sticking with it and stuff. And this is generally the stuff that I will do with a knife. That's why it is just a simple task. It doesn't need a lot. This is definitely bigger than what I would normally split, guys. Okay, so look, I got about 1.5 inches, 2 inches off the back, off the front of the knife. Steve, if this breaks, you may get on the KABAR, okay? I really feel that I could just drop this and it would split it. It is very, very heavyweight. Now here's the thing. This wood is not easy to split. And knives have failed on this before. So even though it's small, guys, it's very twisted. But 6.6mm should be fit for this. Oh, pops it. It's popping it. It's popping it like an axe pops it. It'll pop soon. Let's swing it like an axe. Yeah, maybe not one of the best ideas I've ever had. I think my beating stick might actually go before this does. Check that out. Okay, this is the sort of stuff that we're talking about splitting down here, guys. And I bent the knife. I have bent the knife. Now what's going to happen? Look. Guys, look at how twisted that wood is. Well, it's split it and it's not bent. That's always a good sign. This wood is very wet. Right, see how it shows a spark. Back, Bruno, back. Now look, this knife is coated, guys. It does have a coating on it, like a corrosion coating, anti-corrosion coating, whatever you want to call it. A corrosion coating, which Steve has filed down there, okay? And I have a feeling that these might be aftermarket micarta handles as well on it. Don't quote me on that. Steve will get in the comments there and give off to me. Does throw sparks. It ain't the greatest. Might have been in the wrong place. Whoa, Bruno, you move back. You're going to get set on fire. Right, let us feather stick something. This is the piece of wood. This is dryer. Dryer. Okay. The handle's nice, guys, but it is a heavy knife. It's a very heavy knife. I can feel it on my forearms a bit. Got 4 arms? I sure do. And that's me just not being used to using a heavy knife, okay? Bruno sees me processing all the sticks. He's like, right here. Hey Bruno, where's your nose? Bring it over. Come on, where's the nose? Aww. See his nose? No, no, no. You can have this one. I want to throw it away. Oh! So, feather sticks, I don't think you should judge the abilities of a knife based on the feather sticks, because that is to do with practice. It's to do with the person using the knife more than the knife itself, okay? That's what I think. So, what I'm going to do is, I wonder could I strike it? I have not been very successful at this in the past. Hard to see where that's going. There we go. So the coating that you find on these blades, guys, is something. It doesn't annoy me, but it does make it difficult to throw sparks at a ferro rod. Okay, so look, it is supposed to be a survival knife. You know, it has a big pommel on the back for crushing stuff and beating stuff. I really don't understand why they don't come factory with a 90-degree spine, and you know, even with the place where this coating has been removed. I know it's for corrosion and stuff. But guys, I do struggle to get a good spark, okay? And I know people say, oh, you're supposed to hold the striker in place and pull the ferro rod back. Yes, if you have a nice clean striker that works, guys, and you can consistently get sparks into the one location, that will work. But when you're doing that, it tends not to be consistent, right? That's what I find. But look, that's only my personal experience, okay? But that's what I find, you know. So that is why a lot of the times I put the ferro rod in position and I scrape down towards what I'm actually trying to set in fire, which people will say not to do, but I find it's more consistent and it's easier to burn stuff that way. Okay, the sheath, guys, I haven't really carried it a lot, but the sheath is okay. It's fine. It's a bit floppy. That's the only thing. A wee bit more rigid would be better. This does give you the option here for tech locks and stuff like that as well, so that you can change it to horizontal carry if you want as well, to be like, to have it on your back like this, to be extra tactical. But guys, this is a bloody solid knife, an absolute substantial knife, and this is of course first impressions, so don't let me put you off. Guys, KABAR makes some decent knives. This is full tang, obviously full tang 6mm. You're not breaking this thing unless you run over it with a tank. Solid knife. Anyway, guys, I do like it. Okay, straight off the bat, I like it. All right, it is a little bit heavy. It is a little bit finicky with the ferro rod and stuff. But that, just all I need to do is just have it in my hand a wee bit more, and I'm sure I'll figure all that stuff out. Thanks for watching. Stay frosty.